Now joined by the Jean Charles family. Michelet's sons attend Abundant Life Christian School. Michard is in the 9th grade, and he, along with his two brothers, were also there when shots rang out on Monday. Thank you both for joining me and sharing your story this morning.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Michard, let me start with you. I mean, gosh, what a really hard, a really sad week for you, your family, your friends at school. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. Just thinking about everything, it's kind of a lot to process at once. So I'm just taking my time, trying to distract myself, but at the same time, remember what happened. And it comes in waves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm over it.
When it comes in waves, Michard, can you take us back to what you do remember on Monday, where you were inside the school and what you remember seeing or hearing?
Thankfully, I didn't hear anything, but I was downstairs in the weight room, and we just looked. Some of us were looking outside, and we saw around 8 to 9 police cars, and we saw someone rush into the school, probably an officer, and we knew something was going on. And so I believe my teacher had called one of the principals. I don't know if it was the assistant or the main principal, and he closed the window, and we just like protected ourselves.
It's just traumatic. I can't imagine what all you're feeling this week. Michelet, this is every parent's worst nightmare, right? To get that phone call that your children are at a school where there is danger, where there's an active shooter. How were you alerted? And also, how are you doing this morning as dad?
We are, when I say we, I speak for my wife and, all the friends and, families who've been around and grieving with us. Yes, it's been one of the scariest time for me in my life. Where I work is about less than a mile from the school. And on that day, I heard for like 20 minutes all the sirens. And I thought there was, someone important in the town, that would cause the police to be, doing that. But at that, as I was thinking about that, one of my coworkers walked by and said, "Oh, there's a shooting at the Catholic school down the road." And it happens that we have a nephew at a Catholic school. And then I went online and checked, what's the news in Madison, Wisconsin. And as I did that search, ALCS was the one that, came up. And then I could not talk. I was so shocked because I have 3 kids there.
Yeah.
And when I called my wife, she started crying right away. She didn't even know what happened. When she started, crying, she was saying, "What's going on? What happened? Tell me, are my children okay?" And then, where the reunification took place is like, one block from where I work as well. I walk there, and when I got there, I was crying. All the parents were crying. I've never experienced anything like that before.
I can't imagine the pit that you had in your stomach for it, because I understand it took hours for both you and your wife to find out that all of your kids were okay. Michard,
right.
You're closer to age to the student who passed away, Ruby Vergara. Did you know her, or did you know that teacher who passed?
I've known both of them. I've known Ruby since we were in kindergarten, so it's a little hard. I've known Mrs. West for about 4 years now, I believe, and they're both great people. Yeah.
I know you're missing them dearly. And what about that shooter? Was that anybody that you knew or had on your radar or sent up red flags to people?
Well, it was her first year at our school, and I don't know if it's just me, but I felt something was slightly off. Just some of the way she acted a little bit was not disturbing, but a little weird, I guess. And yeah, it's hard to describe, I think.
Yeah. Before I let you go, I imagine you're on Christmas break now.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.